Hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor out here in the big, there's a survey boat, 28, 30 foot with the offshore bracket. It's a Duckworth 28 to 30, 2020 Nancy Lee Galcez boat. Okay, back here, I think I showed you all the lights and everything when I was out here, but I'll just start this and back up. The current's moving a little bit. Now, that's got to be a neutral up front for these to work. You hit the selector switch, and then you have to have the key on. Because if you don't have the key on, it ain't gonna work. So you gotta have that turned on. And then you can hit the selector switch, start port. And then you hit this one in here like this. When these lights blue, they're right behind here. That means you can, when you hit this, if it's flashing, you can put this in neutral. Or if that one's flashing, you can put that in neutral. So they're both running. And then I'm going to spin it around, so I'm just going to hit this until it goes backwards, which it shouldn't take much. Put that in forward, then you can just use this one to spin you around. Okay, I showed you all the plugs in there in case you got to park downhill. It drains it out up there. That's why we put those in there. The wash down hose, I put that together. Then you just hit this one right here. That's a macerator, so we're going to shut that off. That's your wash down. So that works. And then this one here, that pumps this one out here. And that's your crab davit. And you got your breaker back there. You got a battery charger in here. You got your seats right here. So I'm going to just let it spin around one more time. Then while I'm doing that, I'll go in here. And the anchor works. I tried that. You can go down, just tap it, up, locked. Okay, this here's off right now. I'm going to turn this on because this takes a little while. You just got to see the little red mark where it's going. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to hit this thing on. You just push it there. And this little yellow one will come on. So then this heat's going to come on. Trim tabs, they work. Forward bilge, aft bilge, nav lights, horn works. Okay, wipers. And then you got your independent over here. So I'm going to disregard that one video. You don't need to see it anyway. And this is for if you're up there sleeping and taking on water on this midsection. Then that's going to go off. There's your autopilot right here. I'm going to show you that. Now, this is your VHF with AIS. Redirected onto here. It needs to get the bigger hailer horn, and then you can either turn your power on there, or you can go home, back, go home, go into here. Whoop, there's your autopilot. Go home, go into media, and then you turn it on. So I'm going to turn that on. See how it just turned on. So we're running on these controls back here. So I'm going to get this thing spun around. Then I'm going to put it on autopilot to show you that. 12-volt power point. Real nice boat, about 52 miles an hour. Try to keep your RPMs the same. You can look up there, there's 10, 11. And then I'll go over here and always kind of get where you're going before you hit the autopilot. See, then I can go back here real quick, go home. Or I can just go back to that combo I had right there too. So I'm right up the channel basically. I see the buoy up there. And these are independent range. They call it dual range. Now I can set the autopilot from back here. I need to get over here. Because you see that buoy? I'm going to get on the other side of it. It's right there, dead on. So I'm going to get a little bit more over here. Okay, right here, then I can just hit engage. Now I'm on autopilot. Right here, so I can do it back here, and I got a remote as well. So I'm gonna see where I'm at here, and I need to be back over this way. So you can go home. Now with that on, I can go ahead and turn the volume up by just here, I can mute it. I can turn it on, go home. Then you go into your autopilot screen. Say I need to go 15 degrees, I'll hit that, 15 degrees over. I can also do it by here. So I'm going to go 50 and it's 40, 39, 40. So it's spot on. You do it one, it does 1 degree. You hold it until the teardrop goes over. There's 56 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to let it do that. My tach's good, my trim's down. Aft light, courtesy lights. And I think these are the on switch for your go lights, and they do work. I did that on the other video. So then if you wanted to go home and get like a combo settings on these, you just go to combos, and you can, I got all sorts set up. We can go to this one. That gives me my autopilot. Plus I got it up there. It gives me my traditional sonar. And then it gives me my radar overlay, and I'm going to go up to about quarter mile, half mile out. Let's go to quarter mile out. I can adjust this out to see where I'm at. So I'm cool there. Okay, storage. This flips, this pivots, so you can go either way. Okay, so I got this heater. Let me see if it's gonna kick on. It says it's starting, so leave it alone. And then up underneath here is your fuel tank. Now remember, I sometimes start that main one with that one open and the little one shut off. But I'm going to turn that on. That does this one here. So I'm going to flip this down like this. And then what you do on this, always make sure you just push in on this until that lights up. Let go of it. Now see how that went on? That went off. When this thing starts, that will be red. Okay? So just leave that alone. And if it doesn't start, shut her down, do her again. Sync. Goes here. And then I need to go over about another 15 degrees. I can do it from here. Or I can do it from here. It's gonna go over 71. Lights work. Lights work. Okay, lights here work. And I'm almost on the channel, so everything looks good there. Then I can go back here and I can hit my sonar. There's a down scan. Then you got your traditional. You can stop that. You can go into 3 of these if you want to. You can go out of that. You can go into a combo. Different layout. Kind of nice to have always your autopilot up there, so if you have to shut it down, you can. Okay, right here you just hit by standby. Okay, and then if you want individuals, you just go right in there, radar overlay, you pop that up, there it is. But you kind of always want, and then you can always put your autopilot on standby, but if you had to turn, then sonar, you got your live view. Which is kind of cool. Menu. Gain, auto, appearance, TVGO, medium. Okay, got it. Okay. Go home on that one, and then clear views here. Magnifier, you can move it around if you think you see something. Like that. Okay, so then I go home and I'll just go back to AVG. You can go to autopilot again. And I'm pretty good, but if I figure if I go about 15 degrees more, that should put me right underneath that. Maybe a little too much. I need to go 5 back. I need to be at about 75. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 78, 77, 76. And that should take me right underneath that bridge. Okay, then you get into the bathroom, flip this thing up. Okay, this is the flood. And then it's going to just fill it back up again. Then if you want to pump it out to your holding tank, you leave it like that. And then it pumps it out there. Then if you go like this, I believe, that pumps it out underneath. You go like this and that's a suck out. And this goes into your holding tank. And the lights in there work. Okay. That's still on. I don't see the red lights yet. And you'll hear a click. If you got everything turned out, you're gonna hear it go click, click, click. And if you turn this right here, you'll hear it coming on. Make sure that's off, and you turn your batteries off. Sometimes this takes a couple, when you try to get both of these working. Hot air is coming there, and shut that one off there until you need it, because it takes away from up here. So then you can go over here, and it's working. See the little gas lights on? So now if I want a higher fan, I go over here, and then I can just hit that. Then that speeds up that fan. So that works. So I'm going to kick that off. And I'll just leave that one going for a little bit. I'm going to go over here because I'm going to shut it off. So we already showed you that. We showed you all the lights. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. Volts right here. So you can go here. You know what? I'm going to leave that one up there. This one right here. Okay. Okay, so then here gives you your tach. That's your trim gauge. That gives you your speed, available gallons, eco flow. You go down, and then that's just going to change this. So like water on both motors, tachometer, trim, eco. Go down on this arrow again, gives you a real fuel gauge and battery for both of them. And then there's your real fuel gauge. I like to run this one, which gives you your speed, tach, trim, available. Then you can go over one, and you can change this up to like single motors, apps. And then I'd probably have right there, and then you go over here, and this is engine view. All your hours, I'd probably set it down, not hours, but let me get one down here. See, oh, there you go. There, that gives you your volts. So I'd leave that one alone there. Then if you go over here to troll, now see, I'm running on this back one, back here. So then what you do is you bring this one back into neutral. We're still on autopilot. You can bring this up. You can hit set, and then you hit this arrow up here.
During COVID-19, Northland Medical Center has stayed open. We've made changes to protect your health. Visits are safe and convenient.
And let's see why that. There we go.
7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. From surgery,
Oh,
pediatrics,
you got to hit this select button.
health and physical therapy.
Then you hit set. Then you can go up. You got to hit that selector switch. So then it goes up to 1,000. So that will hold my course. I came out here in the 5. I mean, it was foggy, and I made it in because of the radar and the radar overlay. See, then if you want to go here, you can see how big the fish are. The magnifier. So you can kind of put it down in the corner, see what's on the bottom. Okay, so we got that, and that. We're about 76, like I say. So I would say about 78. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 80 degrees, I imagine. Should take us underneath that. Let's go 80. Okay, and I can do that from up here too, also. So now this heater's working fine. This one back here, it's working. See how the red and those are both solid. And you can put your hand here, you can feel it. Okay, so just so I'm moving, now you can do this from anywhere. You can do this on the remote too. So here's your wireless remote. You just push this button right here. Got that all set up for you. And then when the screen comes up like this, you just hit this menu button and it says heading hold. Okay, just so you're doing a heading hold, you can change your degrees. Now watch up there. I'm gonna point this thing like this. Watch that teardrop right here. See how it moved it way over there? Instead of hitting your 15 degrees. And then when it catches up again, I can say, well, shoot, I want to go over here some more. Hit this one right up here. See how it's going to turn me again? And then you can go the other way just by pointing. Then it catches up. Well, I need to turn some more over there, so I'm going to go see how it's right here.
This message.
So that's pretty cool. And then again, you can hit this one and it goes like 10 degrees, 329, 10 degrees starboard. Then you can also do a degree if you want by just hitting this one right here. 328, okay. Then if you want to stand by, just hit this, okay. So then I get back here, I can bring that with me. Or I can go back here and just so you're on a here at engage circle, we want to go to oh, it's already doing it. So once you set this, it'll always go to like the port. You got to go in here, adjust circle is what it is. You can go port or starboard, but it's whatever one you used the last time. And then that's set for a minute. Now say I want to hold that right there, engage heading hold. I can stop my circle. Then I can go back into menu. I can do a pattern steer. I can do a U-turn, and I'm going to engage port. See how it's doing that? See how it's doing that? And then it's also shadow drive. So he needs to bleed the steering because that kicks off. So let's go home. Let's go into Autopilot. Let's go here. Let's go engage heading hold. So that's going to engage that. You can do zigzags. And a lot of it's the speed you go to. Now I'm on that whole VRM, but it doesn't really matter. Once you hit this, you're fine. Okay, see, so I want to go 15 over. But if I want to make a sharp turn, then I'd put it on standby. And I just steer it, makes it easier that way. Oh God, I'm at 17 minutes.